Greetings, everybody. Welcome to your video series on an introduction to sociology. Today's topic, the looking glass self. Let's get started. So what is the looking glass self? This is a major theory that came out of sociology, developed by a guy named Charles Cooley. He is in the symbolic interactionist family. So he is looking at behavior from a micro level, and he's trying to figure out how it is we know who we are and how it is we know how to interact with other people based on our own perceptions of what people see in us. Now, what does all of that mean? He's got 3 steps to his theory. Step 1, he believed that we imagine how we appear to other people. So when we're out in public, we leave our home and we're interacting with people, either our friends or strangers in the store, we are trying to figure out what is it other people are seeing in us, in our behavior, in our appearance. Step 2, he believed we then draw conclusions based on the reactions we think we are getting from other people. So those conclusions can be people like me, people don't like me, people think I'm funny, people think I'm boring. That leads us to step 3, which is we then begin to develop our own identity, our own sense of self, based on our interpretations of what we think other people are seeing when they're interacting with us. That identity can be positive, neutral, or negative, again, depending on how we're interpreting the reactions from other people. Think about this this way. When you get up in the morning and you're getting ready to leave for the day, either to go to school or go to work, what is it you generally do at some point in the morning or before you leave the house? You are probably going to look into a mirror. And the question we want to ask is, why are you doing that? What are you looking at in that mirror? Well, according to Cooley, what you're trying to do is figure out, what are other people going to see when they see me? What are other people going to assume about me when I leave the house? And again, that reaction, that interpretation of what you think other people are going to see can be positive, neutral, or negative. So you look in the mirror, you look at your hair, you say, oh yeah, my hair looks good today, right? Other people are going to see a good hairstyle. This shirt or blouse or dress looks good on me today. Or, I don't think that's quite working. I'm going to change my dress. I'm going to change my shirt. I'm going to put some more makeup on. I'm going to take some makeup off. I'm going to restyle my hair. All of this is based, according to Cooley, on what you are thinking other people are going to see in you and what that interpretation of you means, whether it be positive, neutral, or negative. Now, from a symbolic interactionist perspective, when we think about how do we develop our sense of ourselves, it's always through the interactions we have with other people. So the question here is, are we just performers on a grand stage? Well, according to the symbolic interactionist, for the most part, yes. Everything we do, everything we wear, every action we take is a response to how we think other people are going to interpret that behavior. So some say life begins at 40, others say 60. Actually, life begins when we decide to stop pleasing the audience, which of course is much easier said than done. Even those of us who are very individualistic and think we don't care what other people think about us, we actually do. According to sociology, and in particular the symbolic interactionists, we are very concerned with what that audience is going to see in us. Now, the nice thing about these sociological theories is they can apply to our behaviors today, even though Cooley was writing and thinking and studying long before the internet, long before selfies and social media. His theory on the looking glass self actually applies to our behavior when it comes to social media. All of social media is the looking glass self. Everything we post, whether it's a picture on Instagram or a status update on Facebook or TikTok, we are trying to get a sense of how are people going to react to this status. So if you think about Facebook, for example, not sure if liking a sad Facebook status shows support or if it means I like their sadness. Now, when Facebook was first introduced, we didn't have all the reaction types like laughter and sadness and caring and anger. We only had the thumbs up, right? So when people would post, oh my goodness, my grandmother passed away last night, I'm devastated, she was the most important person in my life, and there's 53 likes, right? And we never knew, are people liking that my grandmother died, or are they trying to help me? Are they commiserating with me and offering condolences? If you think about your use of social media, when you do post an update or something meaningful, what are you doing the rest of the day? You are probably checking that status update for reactions. Are you getting thumbs ups? Are you getting hearts? Are you getting love and affection and attention? Or is everybody ignoring your update? If people are ignoring it or you're not getting the reaction you had hoped for, what do? Well, you probably either delete it and say, I shouldn't have posted that in the first place, or maybe you go in and edit it if you're using a platform that allows for editing. Just like in the morning when you change your shirt or change your blouse on social media, we tend to change our updates to try to get a reaction that we want or need. And whatever reaction we are getting, we are interpreting that in terms of our own identity being positive, neutral, or negative. So that's going to do it for now. Thanks for checking in. Never stop learning, and remember, sociology is everywhere.